All right, y'all. So we back. You know what I'm saying? We back a little bit. Let me stop playing. We back with another video today. Now, in the last video, for those of y'all that watched it, you know, the three of y'all that watched that video, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, that video, as of right now, ain't do what I wanted it to do. Anyway, in this video, what we doing is looking back over some Discord stuff. I know I'm kind of late. I know that y'all already seen the Discord stuff with Mike Wangs and stuff like that. I'm not here to show y'all the Discord actual screenshots and stuff, because like I said, y'all have already seen them. What I'm doing today in this video is going over the Discord screenshots and looking more in depth about, you know, the curiosities I had about what Mike Wangs was saying in those Discord little screenshots, because I haven't read them yet. So I'm just gonna look at the key things that I found that I want to look at more into, and that I'm more so curious about. Like, for example, the signature go-to shots. I'm kind of curious about how that's gonna work, because I was under the impression that signature go-to shots was already in like 24, but it wasn't called signature go-to shots. It was like the dribble cancels instead, to where you can like do like a shot cancel and just cancel out of your shot and kind of like flick the left stick down. So I'm looking more into that and other things as well, and other features with the, you know, signature go-to shots. So I'm looking at that, and I'm also looking at a few other things to, you know, more further so dissect it and like look more into it type thing. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what we're doing today in this video. The next video, we're looking more at the, you know, builder and all that stuff. I got builder stuff coming, you know, other stuff as well. So that's for the next video. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and go on Twitter and look at these, you know, replies from Mike Wangs, because he finally came out of hiding. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so now we on X. Did anybody call it X? Anyway, we on X now, so we looking at Mike Wangs, you know, Discord stuff, as I said before. We starting from the earlier stuff first, because I know that's just, you know, just later stuff that came out, but we're doing this in order basically. So anyway, there's a question about defense, because that's the question I had in my other video as well. Is there any penalty for playing off-ball defense? Mike Wangs replies, there's no explicit penalty for playing off-ball defense, but there are definite advantages. I can't read. Okay, I'm sorry. To manually controlling the on-ball defender. So there's no penalty, but you can, you know, play better defense if you play on ball. Of course, it's kind of obvious. User controlled defenders get a slight boost to their contest. All right, compared to AI control. Yeah, okay. Wasn't that already in 24 though? Also, users can take advantage of the new defensive cutoff mechanic to get more jam ups and fumbles against the ball handler. Okay, so I want to see how that works though. Like, I wish he would tell us how exactly that whole defensive cutoff mechanic works. Like, do you have to tap L2 twice or hold down L2 when your defender puts the ball to the court or something? Like, is there like a time? Is this timing based or like what? I want more details on this. What does that mean, Mike Wangs? What does that mean for real? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what that means for real. AI teammates also have perception delays, so based on their ratings, they may not be as reactive and give up. Okay, yeah, driving lanes more. Okay, so basically they improved the AI teammates again, so they're even better, because that's what they said in 24. But yeah, like, so with this whole defense thing, I don't understand really what that means, because I think Mike Wangs needs to go more in depth with this. Like, he needs to give us an actual example of what that looks like on the controllers. For example, say whether you on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, he needs to tell us what buttons you press at what time to get that to like trigger, like when it comes to the whole cutoff mechanic and all that stuff. Like, he needs, like, when do you press the button? How exactly does that work as an example? Like, how does that improve? You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's one of the questions I had with this whole new defensive mechanic things. He kind of explained it a little bit on screen, but like, I still don't fully understand what he means, because I want him to tell us a more in-depth example of like what he's talking about. Because like, it's kind of I'm not gonna say it's completely vague, but like, I don't know. I think like a more, you know, in-depth example. Also, a few highlights from the gameplay Q&A. Okay. We adjusted the player to court ratio. Of course, as we all know, you know, the player to court ratio, I'm not reading all this. The out spacing also is better because of the court spacing and all that stuff, compared to a few static locations last year. There are now over 20 dynamic adjustment locations constantly feeding the AI. Yeah, I'm not reading all that because it's on screen. I can read it for yourself. But yeah, so I knew about the spacing with the court improving as well. I think that's a W. I believe that 2K was late to that party because of the fact that NBA Live, I believe, had way better spacing than 2K, going back to like Live 18 even. So it's about time that 2K finally spaced the court right and actually made the court to player ratio a lot better, because this is going to improve for especially like 5v5 for like rec and pro-am. I hope it's in rec and pro-am. I don't know if it's going to be 3v3 as well for like part affiliations and all that stuff. So like, I don't know if like matchmaking building or 3v3 pro-am, or like, you know, 3v3 affiliation games is going to be having bigger courts with more space, because it's not really as needed because it's 3v3. But if it is more space, then I'm not really complaining about that. The more space, the better, in my opinion. So this is a good, you know, a little lowercase w as well. Actually, no, this is a capital W. This is actually really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, because again, more space creates more opportunities, more realistic. I always thought that in my opinion, y'all, I always thought that 2K's like actual court to player ratio was always kind of off. I thought it was like the players are always a little bit too big. Kind of like how in MK11, if y'all play MK11, I know I'm referencing Mortal Kombat again, but like in Mortal Kombat 11, the character models was a little bit too big for like a fighting game, in my opinion. I don't know. Anyway, going on to the next thing that he said, can you get a little deeper on the bounced alley-oops? Okay, I don't care about that. I'm gonna leave it on screen and put it big if y'all want to see that. But me personally, I'm not gonna read this. If you want to, just pause it and just look at it yourself. I'm not reading that because most of y'all have already seen this by now, most likely. I'm not here to show y'all this for the first time. I'm here to give my take on what we've seen from these Discord stuff. So that's the whole point of this, really. So, okay, what shot time and profile is closest to how you're shooting worse than 24? Personally, I don't really care because I'm gonna be adapting regardless whether it's different or the same. I know they talked about new shooting profiles. Shooting model, yes, y'all can read that too. Not gonna read that. What changes have been made to the post defense? Okay, this is important in my opinion. All right, because we all know 2K24, the post defense was atrocious. It was like Dwight Howard said, filthy, vicious, ridiculous. I ain't gonna say that again, but yeah, it was terrible. Post phase and hooks now use a different set of contest logic than normal shots. The new logic better simulates how shooting out of the post is in real life and puts more of the make versus miss on the shooter's ability to time an inherently more difficult shot. Defenders will still want to get a hand up or just to contest to make it tougher for the, okay, so yeah, they basically saying that they buffed the interior defense because that was since like 2K21 or 2K22 I should say, interior defense has been atrocious. I mean, I never had a big man in those games, but like pause, I never had a big in those games, but like I'm pretty sure that in 2K22, from what I can remember at least, interior defense was terrible in those games. Like, and then it got even worse in like 23-24. So like, I'm glad that they finally, you know what I'm saying, fixing this or whatever. How was hot zones affect shooting? Okay, the hot zones would give you small boosts. Again, we already know this. Well, you need post control attribute to score post phase. You don't need post control for the post phase. Post control is more for post moves. Post phase success is driven by your shot ratings. Okay, close mid, good to know. All right, cool. And then I'm not even gonna read all this. Y'all can pause it for yourself because I'm not even gonna try to get, irritated. I'm already knowing the community's gonna ask Mike Wang the wrong questions. Matter of fact, let me just read a little bit. Is rhythm shooting just for a stationary? This man asked, is rhythm shooting just for stationary shots?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What type of, see, I don't know. Is this a good question to y'all? Because to me, like, what kind of question is this? Is rhythm shooting only for stationary shots? What? Because the thing is, let me just see what he says. You can use rhythm shooting on any jump shot. Exactly. I don't got to read no more. I don't have to read no more. Bruh, it's called rhythm shooting for a reason. I said reason. See, his question's so dumb to make me talk dumb. It's called rhythm shooting for a reason. They said that they're implementing a mechanic into the game to where you can shoot like any NBA player, meaning any type of jump shot they take because it's rhythm shooting. So this is a whatever. That's why I want to read this. All right, let me keep going. If you like playing in 2K cam but hate the change of position flip, I added a new camera you might like called 2K Wire. All right, that's cool. Take some getting used to, but okay, yeah, that's cool. All right, new camera angle, ain't nothing wrong with that. Small W, cool. Which players do you control and learn 2K? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, they kind of pushed this whole learn 2K thing, and for those of y'all that don't know, all learn 2K seems to be, from what I've seen from the trailer, is 2KU, but they just changed the name because they realized that it's the 2K community, and a lot of the 2K community don't want to go to actually practice and learn how to play the game the right way, which is why a lot of y'all suck at the game. So they just changed the name and tried to make it look all fancy and change the name of it to Learn 2K because y'all weren't playing 2K. I'm playing. Nah, but on the real though, I'm not gonna read this again because it's talking about 2KU and Learn 2K, whatever. There's 3 levels to each Learn 2K minigame. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all that. If you want to read it, you can. It's on screen. Pause it for yourself. I'm not reading all this. All right, now we've been on to August 4th. Have there been any improvements to the physics with 2 people clashing in the air? The physics team spent a lot of time improving our player-to-player in-air collisions to make them more reliable and maintain players' velocity better. See, I'm so glad that this is a thing because if you watch my last video, which again, only like 3 people at the time that's recording watched that video, like 3 of y'all watched it.
Why?
So in my last video, I was talking about how it was good that they added new animations. However, I'd rather them have said that they added better triggering animations, because adding animations is one thing, but then when you collide with another player, then it's kind of like you would get this weird janky animation. I put it in my last video. So being that Mike Wangs is saying that they've also improved the physics when it comes to colliding with two players, that should make the actual animations they added trigger properly and simultaneously chain into other animations better, because it's kind of like, think of it as you get a new chain and you chain it to a rusty hook, and then you chain the other side of the rusty hook to another new chain. Yeah, you got two new chains, but if the hook in the middle is rusty, then the chains are still not gonna hold down whatever you're trying to, keep chained together. Like, let's just say a bike or something. You got a bike, and then you got two new chains, and the two new chains represent the new animations. Then the hook is the actual collision. So if you have new animations, but which are the chains, but you don't have a new hook, which is a collision system in physics, it's gonna make it to where it's not gonna be reliable to have that chain on that hook because it's an old rusty hook. See what I'm saying? So like, that's a bad analogy, but you get what I'm saying. But some of y'all get what I'm saying. So that's cool. All right. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that. We're going to leave it off at August 4th because in my next video, I'm going to cover, the later stuff. This guy asked Mike Wangs, tired of anticipating the Jamal Murray behind the back? Yes, because everybody loves to spam that because nobody wants to be original in 2K when they just want to get, which is somewhat understandable. But anyway, Jamal Murray behind the back and not getting a bump, the ball hitting my leg. Mike Wangs replied, in 2K25, you can anticipate these moves and bump the dribbler. He'll fumble the ball. The higher the delta between the defender and the ball handler, the easier it will be to force the fumbles. Okay, so basically he's saying that should be fixed. But yeah, we're gonna leave it off at there because all my questions was answered. The whole reason I wanted to, get into these whole Discord stuff is because I wanted to have my questions kind of further answered. I didn't fully get the answer I wanted with the whole thing with Mike Wangs talking about the defense, but at least I'm, on a better track than what I was. Hopefully y'all are as well, if y'all didn't already know y'allself, because again, a lot of y'all already seen this, but y'all probably had questions about further details and not, just like I did. So anyway, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. For those of y'all that watched to the end, if you're still here, I appreciate you. More to come. The next video is gonna be most likely like the builder stuff, which we already know about as well. I'm just gonna get my take on like more further, so dissect it a little bit more. But with that being said, y'all, again, appreciate y'all for watching. If you're new, subscribe. I'm gonna be posting stuff like this, and when the game comes out, I'm gonna be helping y'all with the game as well. So stay tuned for that. Entertaining videos as well. So stay tuned. With that being said, y'all, it's been your boy A1 Andre. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.